Hi, my name is Mike Hartill. In 1995, the Olympic swimming coach Paul Hickson was sentenced to 17 years in prison for the rape and sexual assault of young female swimmers placed in his care. This case marked the beginning of the public recognition that sexual abuse of children could also happen in sport, and the impact of this case has been significant. As a consequence of the Hickson case and others that emerged in the years after, sport in the UK and elsewhere has undergone significant changes. Since joining Edge Hill in 2000, I have established a programme of research focused on the maltreatment and abuse of children within sport contexts. We also introduced an undergraduate module on safeguarding in sport, the first one of its kind, and we're very proud that over 10 years on, we have educated many hundreds of sport graduates in relation to child welfare. More recently, with support from the Edge Hill Research Investment Fund and also the NSPCC, a small team from Edge Hill conducted interviews with rugby league stakeholders. The research identified many areas of good practice and strong commitment to safeguarding child welfare. One area of concern is that some, often senior coaches, see safeguarding and child protection as the responsibility of designated others, those with specialist knowledge. This raises the concern that some don't see children's welfare as a fundamental responsibility, but rather a job for others to take care of. As a consequence, safeguarding and child protection is not embedded across all areas of the sport, and those with safeguarding child protection responsibilities may be seen as separate to the real business of the sport. My research into the English system of child protection in sport continues with Edge Hill colleague Dr. Melanie Lang, and we have recently published an article on the experiences and perspectives of national governing body lead officers of safeguarding in sport. One important finding from this work was that these safeguarding leads often felt isolated in their role and unsupported by their senior management, who were often focused on crisis management and damage limitation, with a particular focus on sexual abuse. Beyond policy evaluation, I have researched the issue of sexual abuse in sport. In particular, I have focused on the experiences and stories of male survivors. I've also worked on international projects. In the first project of its kind, ENGSO Youth, an umbrella organisation for European sport, and the German Sports Council invited me to help draft a good practice catalogue on the prevention of sexual abuse in sports. This was distributed to sports governing bodies throughout Europe in 2012 and 2013. I also drafted recommendations on behalf of the project for the prevention of sexual violence in sport. These recommendations were submitted to the European Commission and subsequently included within EU policy on gender equality in sport. This level of recognition has helped to promote awareness of sexual violence within European sport, which in many cases is some years behind the UK. As a consequence of this work, a second European project led by Sport Union Austria invited me to act as a national coordinator for a youth-led project against sexual violence in sport called Sport Respects Your Rights. This innovative project is aimed at educating young people in sport about the problem of sexual violence and enables them to influence their peer group through sport-based education and awareness-raising campaigns. One product of our youth-led campaigns has been the Stop 1 in 5 Twitter campaign developed by the Rugby League Youth Panel. In this campaign, the sports community and beyond have been showing their support for our work by posting a 1 in 5 hand signal, like this, to our Twitter account @SportRespect using the hashtag Stop1in5. The Rugby Football League are also partnering us, and the rugby league community has been a big supporter of the 1 in 5 campaign. For more information on this, please have a look at our Sport Respects Your Rights UK website. This work has allowed us to forge many relationships with organisations across Europe such as the Netherlands Olympic Committee, the Polish campaign against homophobia, the German Sport University in Cologne, and Vic University in Spain. A further project with Edgehill colleague Dr. Melanie Lang culminated in the publication of an edited collection on safeguarding and child protection in sport, with contributions from authors across the world. If you'd like to know more about my research, there is a short animated film with further information and contact details. Thanks for listening.